heat waves and retrogrades. Heat waves and retrogrades. Hi everyone, thank you for your patience. I've missed you a lot. I really miss doing these readings, but life got in the way. I had a bunch of projects. I'll get to that in a second, but I had a bunch of projects. Some worked out, some were in progress, some fell through. So that was the main thing. There was also schedule changes at work and getting sick and all of that stuff. And my free monthlies had to take a back seat. I read every comment, even though I can't get to them all. I really appreciate every comment, and my heart skips a beat every time my videos get thumbed up or someone subscribes. And the community is really important to me because I get a chance to help you guys, and it's therapy for me too. I think it's therapy for us all. It's group therapy, and I love connecting with everyone. Thank you so much for the personal readings. Thank you so much for just reaching out, just emailing me and connecting with me. It means a lot. It really does. And as a special thank you, I have a Morgan-GREER Tarot in a Tin that I'm giving away to one viewer. Stay tuned until the end and I will tell you how to get your Morgan-GREER Tarot in a Tin. I want to give some quick shameless plugs. I told you I had a lot of projects. First one is I was lucky enough to work with Alex on his Dionysian Dialectics podcast. And in one episode we talked about tarot and astrology, so you'll definitely want to check that out. I'll link it in the description box below. And in another episode we talked about the Roseanne Barr controversy. If you are not familiar, I work in film and TV in my day job. I have done this pretty much my whole life. It's my life purpose. It's all over my astrological chart. But if you would like more film and TV videos, let me know. But in any case, we talked about the Roseanne Barr controversy and how it deals with television and media. The other project I did was I got to work with the lovely and talented Liokness, and she is a singer-songwriter, and I had the privilege of doing a music video for her. It's still in progress. It's a very ambitious project that I was underestimating. I need help. If you were in the LA area, I have some gigs that I could use to outsource some of this legwork in the art department. But I was so honored to work for her. I love her music. I think she's really talented. I will link, not the song that we did the music video for, but I'm gonna link a song called The Psychic, oddly enough, because it's a good message about the obsession we can have with the outcome of psychic readings. And with that said, these are general readings. When we look at these tarot videos as a way to see if that boy is going to call or see if we're going to get that job, then it creates this obsession. In the song, The Psychic, she said that she made a deal with the devil. You make a deal with the devil whenever you fixate on these outcomes. So keep in mind that in these general readings, that this is more therapy, that this is more about unearthing emotional and spiritual things we have within ourselves, and try not to look at it as a need to find out what's going on. Sometimes God creates uncertainty and mystery because he has, big surprises for us, big miracles for us. So with these general readings, be gentle on me and be gentle with yourself. Sometimes, because we are dealing with emotional things, some things get brought to the surface and they're triggered and people lash out. But I would encourage you to use sweet words with each other, use sweet words with me, even if you want to give me constructive criticism. We want positive, happy vibes, right? We want to elevate to our highest spiritual evolution, and we cannot be cruel to each other, right? So I love it when you guys help each other out in the comments, and I love positive vibes, and let's keep it up there. Without further ado, let's get on to your July readings. Hi Cancer, thank you for your patience. Excuse me, need some water. I'm glad to be back. Sorry I'm getting these out so late, but these retrogrades, man, they're really wiping me out. And as I said in the intro, I had other stuff going on, but I'm happy to be back, and I'm trying to get back into the groove of things. So I have a new spread. Hold on, let me drink my water. Oh my god, water is life. That's so good. Okay. So I have a new spread, and I call it the Karmic Wheel spread. And let's get on to it. At the heart of the matter, at the center of the wheel, we have the Four of Pentacles, and it's crossed by the Justice. So, the Justice card. You might be dealing with a Libra. Libra rules justice. But if you are not dealing with a Libra, then this could mean, what can mean legal matters. So you might be embroiled in some legal battle. If this is a legal matter, then it looks like you are probably going to come out on top as a result of hanging in there and sticking it through. If this is a karmic justice situation, you know, this is the karmic cycle, karmic wheel that I am going through. So this means that you will get your karmic justice as a result, again, of holding on. If you are dealing with a Libra, you might be holding on to a Libra. The Four of Pentacles is a card. It's like saving. Sometimes it's holding back and not expressing how we feel. I know several Cancers who are like that, but let's move along. So, but anyway, you're holding on, and I feel this is more of a, I don't feel like it's a miser energy. I feel, well, let's just talk it through. Let's see how the wheel goes. But I feel like this is just standing firm in what you want and holding on, maybe holding on to memories, maybe holding on to getting this justice, right? So let's just go through the wheel. So on top we have you. We have the Knight of Cups. You could also be dealing with another Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. But the Knight of Cups is the Knight in Shining Armor romance card, right? So this is being in love. This is having romantic feelings. This is the roses and the whining and the dining and the love letters, right? This is a love offer. So you could be making this love offer yourself, or you could be receiving a love offer. But this is what you're beginning and ending with. So this is what you're coming into your karmic wheel with, and this is what is going to pass from your karmic wheel. Let's get some clarifiers. We have the High Priestess, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So you could definitely be dealing with a Pisces. But the High Priestess is someone who, she's very intuitive. A lot of Cancers, you know, they're water signs, but a lot of Cancers, because they're ruled by the moon, they are very intuitive, and they can sense what's going on. And they're very psychic, and they can feel other... can feel the ones they love, right? So the High Priestess, her partner is the Hierophant. Is that right? Yes. Her partner is the Hierophant, the High Priest. And he's more of what we would call the church archetype, right? The minister, the reverend, the preacher. And so the High Priestess, she is more of the, like, feminine version of that. I'm spiritual but not religious type of person, right? And she has knowledge too. She has a scroll. She usually carries like an Alpha and Omega thing, or the Torah sometimes. But this scroll, it always makes me think of the Akashic Records. So this could be a connection that you sense, and a connection that you knew, like it's past life related, right? Because I'm getting a strong Akashic Records message right here. And the Akashic Records is, forgive me if you're not a Harry Potter fan, but I'm thinking of whenever the kids go into that room with the prophecy ball, right? So it's like the prophecies and the secrets of the universe are all stored in this big library, and she has all the knowledge of that. She's like the librarian of the, like, intuitive library, right? It's paired with the Page of Pentacles, so that you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, but the Page of Pentacles is usually a student. So this means that perhaps you have access to these Akashic records, but you're not studying them properly. This could mean that, or someone that you're dealing with, you know, they're not, they don't have access to the intuition that you have. That could be a factor. But it could also be someone not offering anything of value. So you could, or again, someone you're dealing with, could be wanting to have love and romance and, you know, be with that special someone, but you're not offering anything of value. So one of the shadow side of the Knight of Cups is someone who comes in and out of people's lives, and they are that knight in shining armor at first, but it's like they'll send roses to every girl, right? So no girl is special, and they want love, and they want, you know, whirlwind romances, they want fireworks, they want passion, they want excitement, but they're not willing to put in the work to sustain that relationship, right? So they have short-lived romances because they fall in love with, like, the next person on the street, right? It's like, I love this girl, but now I love this girl. If you find yourself in that situation, I would suggest maybe doing some past life regression therapy and trying to figure out, like, studying these ancient and intuitive sources of knowledge, right? The Page of Pentacles, this could also be someone offering a gift to you, but it's, like, not good enough. I'm hearing for some of you, maybe you're dealing with, like, a proposal and the ring's not big enough. Or, like, you love a guy who is, you know, doesn't make as much money as you'd like. Okay. But in any case, this energy is passing. What sets this into motion, so this is the cause and this is the effect, so it sets the wheel into motion, is the Emperor reversed and paired with the Page of Cups reversed and the Nine of Cups. So, the Emperor reversed, you could be dealing with an Aries. The Emperor is someone who, he is a sexy man. He's a sexy baby daddy, right? He, divine masculine. So upright, he is very focused and driven, and he provides and he protects for those he loves. He makes sure that the ones he loves have everything they need and more, right? And he's very much, like, in control and confident. He's someone who's like, I know what you want and I'm going to give it to you. I know you want it, girl. I'm going to give it to you. But whenever he's reversed, it's like he's lacking in that confidence, his ability to provide and protect for those he loves. So he can be a little controlling. He can be, and kind of abusive too. Really, like, crack the whip, and on the, like, better side of things, he can be why am I struggling with words? He can be, like, cold and distant and cut off, so not really forthcoming with his feelings. Again, holding back this Four of Pentacles, right? We have the Page of Cups reversed right here. So the Page of Cups is someone who, this is probably your inner child. You might be dealing with a lot of inner child issues because we have a page right here and a page right here. But the Page of Cups, this is a sweet, again, you could also be dealing with another Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. But this is someone who, likely when you were a kid, you were very snuggly and you wanted a hug from your mama, and you drew her a picture just because you loved her, and it's very sweet, like, I'm thinking, I'm getting a flashback to one of my favorite students that I used to teach. She was so adorable. whenever the Page of Cups is reversed, it's like a shy energy. So she was very shy, and but she warmed up to me quickly, so I really liked that. That's the energy of the Page of Cups, and she like leaned against me no matter what. Like, she just needed to touch you, right? So it's like that snuggly energy. But whenever it's reversed, this is someone who can be a little shy. I'm feeling that this is shyness, but also whenever I see the Page of Cups reversed, I think of children and babies who throw a tantrum and they cry and they act out because of the physical needs that aren't being met. And we have a physical material card here that's reversed, right? So it's like, if you're not getting enough sleep, if you're not eating the right foods, then you lash out at other people and you throw temper tantrums. So you could be experiencing that from not getting some sort of basic need met. Let me know in the comments. I'm really zoning in on these tulips. I love tulips. And we also have it with the Nine of Cups. So, you know, my message about not getting your basic needs met, a kid who needs a nap and so he's being a brat. So the Nine of Cups, sometimes it's the wish card, and you could be acting out because you are thinking about your wish and you might not be able, like, you might not be getting your wish. You could also be, it's the Fat and Happy card, so you might be doing things in excess, and as a result you're being a little moody. And I wouldn't say that unless, you know, it was paired with this other not so great card, the Emperor reversed. This is someone who, if he cannot control his surroundings, he tries to control others. And with these three together, I'm thinking maybe get some more balance, like you know, the right exercise, the right sleep, the right nutrition. Just make sure that all of your vitals are taken care of, and then I think your wishes will be in more focus. And I also want to say, because the Emperor is the card of Aries, I feel, and you have another cardinal card here. So Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn were cardinal signs, and during these retrogrades, it's slowed everything down for me, like I said, you know, in the start. So it's made me a little inactive, and it's kind of hard to have that usual cardinal motivation to do things, right? And I felt these energies in the shadow periods of the retrogrades too. So it's like I felt this coming on, where all of these retrogrades at once have just slowed me down, because whenever retrogrades come in, they're an opportunity to review things. But I feel like it's kind of, I mean, I'm kind of going with the flow with the retrogrades, but it has slowed me down, and it's been a challenge for the cardinal part of me who wants to go and do and, you know, and initiate and start something, because that's what we do, right? We like to move on to the next thing. And so if you are feeling out of control, then just try to control the basic things that we all can, which is, you know, diet, exercise, and sleep. So that was your cause. That's what set the wheel into motion. Next is going to be your challenge, or what's on, like, the homework that you're working through. But first, you know how it is. I gotta make my money, so stay tuned until after these ads. So on your karmic test, the challenge that you have to face, what you are working through, is the Ace of Wands. What did I say about inactivity? The Ace of Wands is a card about not being able to ignite, not being able to start. Whenever it's reversed. Whenever it's upright, this is a card of action, of movement, of let's go, let's do. It's an idea, it's a spark of creativity, like a brainstorm. It's drive, it's also sex. So whenever it's reversed, you might be feeling, you know, not in the mood. but it is a card of inaction, of things not moving ahead. So this is your challenge. We have it with the Tower reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. So you could definitely be dealing with the Libra. But the Tower reversed is like avoiding disaster. Like perhaps you are not, perhaps you're inactive because you want to avoid a disaster. The Page of Swords reversed, this is, you know, the pages for me are inner child, or our inner child. So this could be you, or this could be the person you're dealing with. But the Page of Swords, the air suit, the swords are intellectual, cerebral people. So this is a kid who is a wise soul. He, or an old soul, right? He's wise beyond his years, and he's a very smart kid and has a bunch of, like, interesting insights. But he's still immature, and he doesn't have all the information. So whenever he goes up to his parents and he says, you know, let's talk about the Middle East crisis, you know, and they're like, go away, kid, you really don't know what you're talking about. So this is a card, like my little orphan child card. He feels abandoned and neglected and like, fine, I'll just do it myself. I was born alone, I'll die alone. I'm just going to go off into the woods and live by myself. I don't need you guys. And in this card, it's really interesting because we have 4, like, columns. 3 are standing and 1 is fallen. So this is someone who feels like left out, right? And so you could be dealing with someone like that. This could be you. But sometimes he is known as the spy card too. So you could either be spying on someone could be spying on you, but it's a result of feeling left out but still wanting to be included. The Tower reverse can also mean letting our walls down. Not holding on so tightly, not holding back, not withholding. It's about opening up. It's about sharing our icky selves. Whenever it's upright, sometimes whenever it's reversed, it reminds me of, if it were upright, it's someone who has built a tower around him or her to protect themselves, right? They're up at the top of the tower and they're safe from anyone who can hurt them, anyone who can break their heart, anyone who can leave them. They are isolated and tucked away in this tower. But they're not as safe as they think, because acts of God come down and they strike them down, and they have to fall out of their tower, right? So whenever it's reversed, it's like you could also be remodeling, restructuring things, but this is a result of not feeling included. So it's like you're restructuring how to feel included, or you're restructuring how to feel okay with not being included. But let me know how that resonates with you, Cancer. Next we have the bottom of the barrel. So this is like the worst it's going to get. This is the bottom of the wheel. And it is the Knight of Rods reversed. So you have a lot of fire reversed. You have the Emperor reversed right here. You have the Ace of Rods reversed right here. The Knight of Rods, he is a lot like the shadow side, like I mentioned, of the King of Cups, where they come in and out of your life, but it's like they're addicted to love. You're gonna have to face it, you're addicted to love. But this guy, he's more sex driven, right? This guy comes in and out of your life because he's a player. He the rod suit, the fire, you could also be dealing again with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. But fire for me, rods for me, are sex a lot of times. They're action. They're that drive and passion within us, right? The flames. So, so whenever he's reversed, it definitely makes me feel like either you are a player or the person you're dealing with is a player. It could also be
just this feeling of someone being a player but not actually being one. Let's see what the clarifiers have to say. But if you aren't dealing with someone who's a player, this could be just a fire sign in your life who's not feeling at their 100%. We have the King of Swords, again, Libra. And we have the Eight of Swords reversed. So the worst it's going to get is freeing yourself from this player energy. Freeing yourself from, you know, and it doesn't have to be sex. It can be impulses, right? Whenever we get in a fight, right, we might cut someone off. And I say fight because the King of Swords is, well, both of the swords here, they're words and communication and thoughts. So it's like freeing yourself from a situation where you would flee from arguments, right? Not feeling included, not feeling understood. And you would, like, maybe this Knight of Rods is someone with a temper. And so, like, running out of the house whenever you have a fight, right? So it's like, because the Eight of Swords is a card about feeling trapped. Whenever it's reversed, it's freeing yourself. The King of Swords, he's kind of a, again, this could be law, because the King of Swords, honey, the King of Swords makes no personal preferences. Like, he's not going to act out in acts of passion. Yes, I think that's what it is. Okay. So I feel like you're gaining more composure within yourself to keep a cool head about you whenever your emotions get in the way and cause you to act on your impulses, whatever those impulses may be. Okay. We have the cause up here, and this is the effect. So this is what set everything into motion, and this is what the effect is going to be. We have the Two of Swords reversed. The Two of Swords is a card about making a decision. It's about weighing the pros and cons of a situation, and there are equal amount of pros as there are cons. And so you see she's blindfolded here. And we have water behind her, so this is an emotional choice, right? So you can't make, you can make a list of pros and cons, but it serves you no good because you will always have this emotion back here. So you have to, like, close your eyes, go into your shell, right? And make a choice based on your feelings. And thinking of a Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt episode where she is having trouble making a choice, and someone tells her that she's having trouble making any choice in her life, and someone tells her that if she's handed with options that seem equally good, then she should just choose one, because making a choice is a better solution. Like, making a choice will give you confidence, no matter the choice, right? Like, there are no wrong choices here. You just have to make one, right? So this is what this is talking about, is whenever it's reversed, it's like it's making those choices. Whenever it's upright, it's like being at a crossroads and being confused, like making that pros and cons list. But this is making a choice. So as a result of feeling out of control and moody, you have made a choice about your life. Let's get some clarifiers to see what those are. The Ace of Swords is truth. The Ace of Swords is an idea. It is a victory card. It is sometimes a card of zing, cutting people out of your life, or cutting thoughts out of your life. Cutting, like, if you're scared that something is going to happen the same way again, then sort of like stabbing that thought in its chest so that you can just make your choice, right? Because sometimes those fears keep us from making any sort of choice. So we're just stuck, and we're just stuck in our misery, right? This, oh, man! It's like, tarot, can you be any more, like, perfect? The Seven of Cups is also a card about choices. The Seven of Cups, whenever it's upright, it is a card about options. So this could be you either playing the field or dealing with someone who's playing the field. But we have 7 cups here, and it's like a card about imagination, right? So sometimes I feel like Cancers, like, they will retreat from good situations because they're scared that it's too good to be true, or that, you know, some of the fights that require relationships will hurt their fragile little feelings, and they just don't want to deal with that, and the memories are safer, right? The thing about memories is you kind of get lost in this imagination, right? So one of these cups can be Jules, one of these cups can be the woman of your dreams, but they can also be a dragon and a snake and a mask, someone who wears a mask. So whenever the 7 of Cups is reversed, this is about narrowing down your choices, right? Making that choice, making that decision, cutting out the sort of murky thoughts. Again, I'm sorry for all my Harry Potter references, but I also heard that somewhere that Cancer is like the pensieve. It's this fountain. If you're not familiar with Harry Potter, it's this fountain where you can take like vials of sometimes tears, Snape had tears, or you can like draw the memory out of someone's brain and put it into a vial. But you pour this vial into a fountain, and the fountain will show like the collective memories, right? So I feel like sometimes Cancers can kind of get lost in that like memory world, right? And without like moving forward and making a choice, because that memory world is safer than actually dealing with these things. But I think because you are feeling a sense of, you know how I said that the Page of Cups is someone who's cuddly whenever they're upright? It's like you may have been so set in your ways and fixed and wanting to control the situation that you're missing out on your cuddles, and cuddles are really important to Cancer. Cancers need cuddles. So I feel like as a result of not getting your cuddles, not getting these 9 of Cups, it's like you're missing your cuddles, so you're just like cutting through all of those murky fears and murky memories and making a choice to move forward no matter where it's going to be, through thick and thin, good and bad, which is awesome. So this is the homework. This is what you're studying, what you're working through. It's the challenges you have to face, and this is what is going to be on your test, should you pass it or not. We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, again, you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. This is someone who is slow. So this could be you, or this could be someone's energy that you're dealing with. But the Knight of Pentacles, when he's upright, he is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Knights are movement, but he always reaches his destination. Whenever he's reversed, it's a result of... it makes me think of Virgos getting lost in the information, because Virgos are the earth suit, but sometimes they can spend so much time trying to do their homework, they spend so much time trying to gather up all the information that they have information overload, and so they don't end up making an action at all. We're having several cards right here of inaction, right? So this is more inactivity. So to clarify that, we have the 3 of Pentacles and we have the 5 of Wands reversed. Okay. Okay. So the obvious message to me is things are moving slow, and the obvious message is things are moving slow, and the Three of Pentacles is a card about teamwork, about working together, but it's like they're moving so slow because you're trying to do everything yourself. I feel like if you worked as a team, if you put in as much of an effort as your partner does, as much of an effort as, you know, if this is a work situation, as your coworkers do, then you would see better results. And you know, these two cards with this player card, these are all play the field cards. The Five of Wands is a card about competition, about sport. So it's about, like, either you could feel this way about someone you're dating, or you could be doing this to someone you're dating, or someone you have dated in the past. But whenever it's reversed, it's having to compete for someone else's love, not being number one in someone else's life. So you have to do backflips and, you know, synchronized swimming routines just to win their love, right? I'm sorry. There's a car honking. It's throwing me off. The Seven of Cups can also be playing the field, dating around, seeing which option you have. And then, of course, we have the Knight of Rods, who is our player. But the Five of Rods reversed, paired with this Three of Pentacles reversed, it tells me that either, okay, you should cut out people who make you feel like you have to compete and do backflips for their love, or you should cut out all your options and just deal with one relationship, one person, to get that justice, to get that equal partnership, to get that love that you've been looking for. Like, it takes two, and love is not always easy. So I feel like in order to activate this goal, this dream, this Nine of Cups, right, this wish, it's not going to fall into your lap. It's going to take equal effort. If someone is not making equal effort with you, then there's no need to have them in your life. If someone has worked really hard to please you and to, you know, have them, if someone loves you and they've been working hard to please you, then I think it's not a good idea to just let them keep working and, you know, expect them to do all the work and expect bells and whistles when they're the only ones doing it. So this calls for teamwork regardless. So whatever your situation is, and in the workplace, right? If you feel like it's a highly competitive industry, then I would suggest trying to collaborate with others and work as a team. No, hush. Collaborate with others and, honey. There are so many distractions today. Hold on, Cancer, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about that, Cancer. My dog has made an appearance in several of these videos this month. But, yes, in any case, if you feel like you're in a highly competitive field and you're going nowhere, then you should collaborate with someone. If you feel like your love life is going nowhere and that's your wish, then you should work more with your partner. And if your partner isn't doing any work, drop them, girl. Anyway, I love you very much. Let me know if that resonated with you, and I will see you next time. Bye.
If you would like to win a Morgan-GREER Tarot in a tin, you must be subscribed to me. That's the first thing. You must be a subscriber. you must subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will know if you are subscribed or not. The second thing you must do after you're subscribed, leave a comment about what you love about your sign. You are allowed up to 3 videos, and that will give you 3 different chances to win the Morgan-GREER Tarot Win a 10. Meaning, if you have sun, moon, and rising in different signs, then you can leave a comment in each video. Once I hit 2,000 subscribers, I will pull a name out of a hat and send this lovely deck along the way. But again, you must be subscribed and you must leave a comment about what you love about your sign. You'll want to stay subscribed because I plan on doing these contests with each milestone. So after I hit 2,000, you'll get the Morgan-GREER deck. After I hit 3,000, another deck. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next month.